All right, what's up, YouTube? So I wanted to address the rumors that we've been hearing about Anthony Joshua possibly fighting Gerald Miller next on April 13th, all right? Or whenever date they decide, possibly fighting in Madison Square Garden, stuff like that. There's a couple of articles floating around here. Some YouTube channels has already, addressed this. I know Gerald Miller, I listened to this IFL TV interview the other day, and he made some good points, and I can see it possibly happening. Um, Gerald Miller said, listen, if Wilder is going to fight Fury in a rematch, and if Derek Chisora beats Dillian Whyte in this rematch, do you really see Anthony Joshua fighting Derek Chisora? Do I see it? No, I don't. It's no disrespect to Derek Chisora. He's a good fighter. I thought he edged the first fight against Dillian Whyte. He's been in the ring with a lot of great fighters. He knocked out Takem recently, which I was, surprised with. Derek Chisora he's cool, but I just don't see Anthony Joshua fighting Derek Chisora in his next fight. I just don't see it. All right. I believe Miller would be an opponent before Derek Chisora. I know Miller is more unproven than Derek Chisora. It's just that with Chisora, majority of the fights that he fought, the biggest fights that he fought, he lost most of the time. Just about almost all of the time. Okay? Miller, there's a lot unknown about him. All right? Me personally, I would take unknown over someone that, yeah, he's been in the ring with a lot of people, but he lost to just about all of them. Okay? Once again, that's no disrespect to Derek Chisora. If you're from the UK and you're watching this video right now, how do you feel? I really want to hear from you guys because I don't know how big of a fight that would be out there. I know the Dillian Whyte fight is big with AJ, but is a Chisora fight big with AJ if he is to win? Even if he wins by knockout, are people going to be demanding that fight? Do you guys think that? I wouldn't know. I'm not from out there. Okay? But would that be a big British fight at Wembley? Do you think that they will fill the seats there? Maybe they will just because it's Anthony Joshua. But I want to hear from you guys when it comes to that. All right? I think Miller made a good point, some good points. Based on what Eddie Hearn was saying in his recent interviews about the atmosphere and the experience fighting in Madison Square Garden, Joshua, he seemed to really enjoy his trip here. He seemed to really enjoy Madison Square Garden. I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen, okay? I think the time is a little off to have a full-blown fight in Madison Square Garden. I know the atmosphere was crazy for Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo's been fighting in New York, all right? And Canelo has a huge following out here. He's just more famous in America than Anthony Joshua. I don't know if that is the first fight. If you're going to have your first fight, I don't think Anthony Joshua would sell that well here in Madison Square Garden for his first fight. I'm just being honest. I'm a big AJ fan, but I'm just being honest. Gerald Miller is not, he's not big here like that. He's not well known here. A lot of people really don't know because a lot of people just really don't follow boxing like that. And Gerald Miller is just not really that well known, In Brooklyn, yeah, he is a little bit, but just going around talking to people are not going to know who Gerald Miller is. It is what it is, So, me personally, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would take the Miller fight over Chisora. Only because with Miller, even though he's not as proven, he is undefeated, and there's a lot of unknowns there. We just don't know if he's the real deal or not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's trash. I'm not going to say he's good. I just don't know. And that's what the recent video I did, that's what I was pretty much stating in that. I think there's fights that he should have taken. I think there's fights that he should be in and be involved in before he even gets a shot at AJ. I don't think he's the most deserving or close. I think there's a long line of people that should get the shot with AJ before him. But I do think he is the wild card in the heavyweight division. There's a lot of unknowns there, and I'll take the unknown over taking a Chisora fight. I know Anthony Joshua is going to destroy Derek Chisora. You know, I don't see it going any other way. That's just how I feel. Yes, there's upsets in boxing. I understand that. But I would take the Miller fight over Chisora. Just my personal opinion. All right? How does that affect me and me booking my trip? Well, my trip is booked and I'm going to London. Regardless of who's fighting where or whatever. If they shut down the whole fight and they cancel the fight with Anthony Joshua on April 13th, I'm still going to London. My trip to London was already planned. It's just I switched weeks because I thought it was a good idea to pick that week. So since I'm going to be out there, I can go to the fight. But I'm going to London regardless that week in April. Regardless. If Joshua doesn't fight at Wembley and he ends up coming to New York to fight, hopefully it's not that same week. If it's a different week, then I'll go to the fight here in New York. It is what it is. But I'm going to London. Somebody actually asked me that recently because they heard the rumors too. And someone dropped a comment saying that. So, yeah, I mean, listen, this is the order. If Anthony Joshua, as far as Wembley, my order of importance as far as who Joshua should face, I would say Wilder number 1, Fury number 2, Usyk number 3, Whyte number 4, and after that, it's a toss-up. If it's going to be Miller, if it's going to be Pulev because he wants to secure that mandatory, fight, because he is still the mandatory IBF, I believe. Whatever, that's the order that I want to see it. His next opponent. Wilder, Fury, looks like they're going to fight again. And Dillian Whyte, I don't know how that fight is going to go. I wouldn't even be surprised if Derek Chisora actually ends up knocking him out based on the way the first fight went. I have Whyte winning the fight. I think Whyte is going to smarten up a little bit for this fight. I think if he makes a few tweaks, he should be able to get the win this time around. All right? But I think that's the fight we're going to see at Wembley. But if Dillian Whyte loses, I'm not really trying to see a Derek Chisora fight with Anthony Joshua. I'm not. I'm just being honest, He's cool, but I don't want to see that fight, And that's just how I feel, all right? So those are my thoughts, If Joshua fights Miller, I got Joshua winning that. But I think Miller's dangerous because, if Joshua can't get him out of there, he slows down. Miller's very dangerous in the later rounds. If you're a heavyweight and you can't get him hurt, it's hard. It's easy to outbox him, but it's not easy to outbox Miller for a long period of time. Miller is not that skillful, okay? He's big and he's aggressive. And he's going to be at your front door the entire fight. No one wants to deal with that for a 300-pound guy. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody's going to want to deal with that shit. All right? So that's what makes him dangerous. It's just that the level of fighters he's fought aren't really that good. All right? So, anyway, just wanted to address that real quick. And I'm out of here. Peace.